Welcome to our magnificent member sister spotlight, where we get to showcase, or I get to showcase and shine the light on an amazing member of I Am Complete Woman Sisterhood. I love shining the light on amazing women. And this is something new we started in 2024, once a month on the third or fourth Monday night of the month. I am going to shine the light on an amazing woman that has had growth and transformation. And she's going to share her success story. So Sabrina Fajardo is my dear friend, original founding member from back in 2013 from the first retreat, and 2014 when we officially started the membership. She is the creator of our brand. She is the graphic designer, artist, artisan, multi-talented, creative spirit, love and goddess. Just love you, Sabrina Fajardo. So thank you for being here with me tonight. So excited to have you.
Thank you for inviting me. This is really nice to be here with you, to remember how all of it started, before it started and through it all. And this was a co-creation because I didn't create this myself. I created it with you.
Mm.
You came with an idea, you came with something that you already knew you wanted, and you shared it with me. And I was so honored to be able to get that from you and be able to come with something kind of tangible in a way that's visual, it kind of becomes tangible. And that was really great because we had been having that conversation about creating something for several years, for a few years since we met. And finally it happened. And being part of it from day one or day before day one of
Before day
starting.
one, like, right? Before
Yeah.
it even was born, you were there when I came to you with the dream and the vision of what I wanted to create. And some people thought I was crazy. There were women in Women's Prosperity Network that knew us. That's how we met even before that, through Kelly, our coach
Yep.
at the time,
Kelly, yeah.
and who helped me create this vision and this brand also. So huge, huge gratitude to her and to Cliff for helping me create this vision and bring this to life. And then when I sat down with you and I said, I have this vision, I want to create this community. And we were going to start with a retreat. I didn't know it was going to turn into a membership and all the things that were going to happen and evolve, 10 years ago. And I came to you with, I see flowers and I see hearts, because I want to attract women that, feel the way I feel. I love flowers. I love nature. Pink, of course, is my favorite color, and it's for women, and it's a heart-centered group, and it's all going to be about nurturing ourselves with love. And so that's where this beautiful logo was born, with the heart in the center, the core, the essence of who you are. And the logo, for those that don't know, spells out the word complete. COMPLETE. Each letter on the petal has one of our modules which turned into our program called Nurture Your Petals. Years later, who knew that was going to happen? Right? Like, it all just happened. And that's what we created on that poster together.
Yes.
I didn't know that was going to turn into Nurture Your Petals life-changing program, which we've done 5 times now. So it's really amazing. And you were right there beside me, co-creating, like you said, and you're just so magical to work with. All of the group programs that we've done, the Nurture Your Petals, the Mentoring with Heart Sister Mind, the wellness program, all of the challenges, the online, Journey to Joy, Happiness Experience, self-love journey, like all of the things I've created in these last 10 years, you have been there to help me create the beautiful branding and graphics for all of it. And I could never do this without you. I love having you on my team and as a friend. And
Yes.
so thank you for being here tonight. And I really want to talk about you and shine the light on you. And real quick, I just want to say hi to all the ladies that are watching. We have a lot of ladies that finally found us, ladies who are watching live or replay. Put live if you're live, and put member in the chat if you're officially a member. And if you're watching the replay, put replay in there. And if you don't know what's going on, I'm Sherry Kane, the founder of I Am Complete Woman Sisterhood. And I had the honor and the pleasure to create this incredible sisterhood almost 10 years ago. We started with a women's retreat. It turned into a second retreat 6 months later, which then turned into a membership. And we celebrated 9 years in August, September. So this August, September is going to be 10 official years since our membership. And now we get to, every month, I get to shine the light on magnificent members who've had growth and transformation. And who knew that that was going to happen? I just thought, oh, it'll be really cool to bring women together, right? To work on ourselves, to do personal growth and self-care and have some fun and have a sisterhood. And it evolved into this self-love, deep healing, transformational, life-changing thing. Like, who knew? And you've been part of that. So thank you for being part of that.
Thank you for bringing me in. I think it's been an extraordinary process with the intention of being self-loving. That's what you put out there, and that intention has grown into so many different ways, and we evolved, all of us. Being part of it for me has been really important because I've evolved with you, and I think I'm so blessed to have that. So blessed to be able to have participated in that, like so many events back in Florida when I was living there up until a year and a half ago.
Now you're in Texas.
But yeah, it was really, really amazing. For me, the favorite were the events in person.
Yeah. Yeah.
And every time I went to, even if I told myself, I don't want to go, but I still took myself there, right?
And what did you
I,
say every time you came? What did you say?
I'm so thankful I came.
Every time. Same thing happens with our virtual events. You know, now we've expanded. About 7 years ago, we went global, and we don't only do
Mhm.
local events in South Florida anymore. We started as a South Florida local based business, and now we're online, global, virtual. And we have so many women that would be like, oh, I'm tired. It's been a long day. I have a headache. I don't feel like coming tonight to Circle. And then they always tell me once they come, they're so, oh, I'm so happy I came. I feel so much better than when I got here. I love that. Right. And
Yes, I think you get the energy. You get the energy from the other sisters that come to the group and that support you. And you come with an idea of, I'm going to be here for something. And then you get so much more from that something you came for, right? You get so much more. And at the end, it just brings so much um, support to yourself, and that ability to be able to even like when you're not feeling well, to just feel that love from all the other sisters. That's important. And we need it. We all need it. So I feel it's a really good thing to do. And I sometimes have not been there, I know, but when I am there on the calls, I end up, really feeling really good after it. So it's been great.
mm,
Yeah.
thank you for
And
sharing.
I get to meet new women every time. New women that join, and they're all over the United States. And I love that. I love connecting to other women that are going through life, learning and becoming better and wanting to love themselves, to learn all the different ways they can love themselves. And that way they can become better humans to their family, to anyone, to whatever they do as a career or business. I think we need to do this all the time because we just need to do that for ourselves. It's
Yeah.
important.
Thank you for sharing,
Yeah.
Sabrina. I know, you're an entrepreneur and business owner, and how many of you out there who are
Hmm.
watching are entrepreneurs or business owners? Let us know in the chat if you're watching live or replay. If you're a business owner or entrepreneur or professional career woman, and you know what it's like, or if you're a mom and you wear a lot of hats and you have a lot of responsibilities and obligations for your career, for your family, or you're a caregiver or a teacher, whatever it is that you're doing, And it's easy to lose ourselves in those roles that we play. We forget about who we are sometimes because we think I'm mom, I'm business owner, I'm entrepreneur, I'm professional career woman, I'm teacher, I'm caregiver, I'm this, I'm that. And we forget, like, who are you? Who's the essence, the core of who you are? And it's okay to allow yourself to receive from other women, because we as women are the givers, right? We're giving and giving and giving and giving. Like, the cup is always giving, right? And we teach you here in I Am Complete Woman's Sisterhood to fill the cup, to keep filling that cup with love. And it's not easy for us as women to receive. And we are there to remind each other to keep receiving and to keep giving to ourselves, like you said, so we can show up better for our family, so we can show up better for our clients and for our career, and be more successful and productive and healthier and happier human beings. So tell me, Sabrina, what
Yes.
what were some of the biggest things that you've learned along the way over the past 10 years since you joined the sisterhood? Like, what would you say are some of the biggest things you've learned, and how has the sisterhood helped you grow and transform your life?
One of the biggest things has been to practice self-love in every event. Practice self-love. Practice uh, um, looking at yourself from the eyes of the other women. That has been for me really beautiful because I was there to be the same for other women in the sisterhood.
Yeah.
So re- learning to receive and to give in a way that it flows. So nice to being true to wherever I was. I've been at every moment and have that easiness to be surrounded by women who don't judge you as you don't do the same to them, because we're all a group. That has been incredible too.
Mm.
I have learned from the different events, practices of self-love, practices that you could, from meditation to all the different things that we would do, yoga, or someone would come to teach us something of dancing or painting or whatever, drawing something. I mean, there has been so many things that we've done at the different events that were magical. Were magical, yeah. And I got to share that with a community. So that was important. And at the end, what I see is that when I look at you and I look at other sisters in the group and the evolution that we do together as women, the ability to support each other in wherever we are without the judgment, and be able to, all of us as a group, because this is collective. This is collective, the energy that we share in the group, and the ability to heal things, to evolve, to learn together, to support the other women wherever they are, and to just move forward. That has been very important for me.
Mm.
So I'm very thankful for it, as well as all the fun that I've had, because I love being silly. I love expressing myself. I love dancing. We've had events where we dance,
Oh, we've had
and
a lot of fun.
yeah,
We have and
yeah.
Sabrina's talking about, live in-person events because she was here in Florida until recently, for many years, and she attended some of our retreats and our circles and many of the gatherings that we had. And during the live gatherings, we dance, and like you said, we meditate, we do sound healing and breath work, and we're always learning something new about ourselves, how we can grow to the next level. And we do a lot of sharing and supporting in a sacred, safe space of unconditional love with no judgment. And there's power in having that space, because out there's a lot of judgment. And in I call it our pink love bubble, we just love you no matter what. We all have stuff. We all have challenges. We all go through ups and downs, as I always say, and none of us is perfect, including me. We're all perfectly imperfect. And we all deserve to be treated with love, kindness, and respect. And that's one thing that we do here in the sisterhood. And I've watched you grow, as you know, I've grown, and all the women that we know over the years that have been with us, we've all grown together, like you said, right? It's like we started here, and every year it's like we're up leveling, we're growing, we're expanding, we're evolving, and it's amazing to watch. It's like we went from being these little caterpillars to blossoming into these beautiful butterflies, right? And you remember when I first started, my internet. Hopefully you can hear me. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I
Oh,
can
look like you're
Yeah.
frozen.
Your
Okay.
your movements are a little slow, but your voice is there. So
So it's like, what was I saying? Totally lost my train of thought here. Oh, I see a lot of sisters are on here. Jenna and Kelly and Dora. I just want to say hello. Awesome. And Carol and Madeline and Betsy, yay, and Shalene, hello, and Carol Ann and Wendy, fantastic, and Connie, bless you all, sisters, so much love to you. If you would tag some women that you know, whether they're in the sisterhood or not, go ahead and put their names in the chat so they can find us, because they're probably looking on the I Am Complete Woman page and wondering where we are, and we were having trouble. I couldn't stream there for some reason. It was really strange. Never happened before. Technology sometimes does that. We have to roll with it. Yeah, so tag your friends and help us spread this message. Hit the button on the bottom left or right and share it so that more women can see the magnificence of what's possible for them. So many of the women that are watching have been in our group programs, have been members for a while, and they've all had growth, including you and myself. And one thing you said that, we are mirrors for each other. And I love that. It's like we get to be there to hold the mirror in front of each other, to reflect back to each other our own greatness, because sometimes as women it's really hard for us to see how amazing we are, our beauty and our brilliance, right? And there we have these other awesome sisters showing us, shining the light, holding that mirror, saying, you go, girl, you're awesome, you're amazing, I believe in you, you're beautiful, you're brilliant, you can do it. And it's nice to have that, somebody that believes in you, right? Yeah. So what
yes,
else would you
it's
say,
important.
Sabrina? What else would you say has happened for you, something positive that has happened for you since you joined the sisterhood 10 years ago, since this all started? Any other positive growth or transformation?
I think particularly, I I wouldn't, I couldn't pinpoint exactly all of it because it has been uh, an evolving process in little steps. And I think the sisterhood, and it changed the name because it became the sisterhood later, right?
Yeah.
Because the I Am Complete woman evolved,
Yes.
evolved as we evolved and changed. So I've gotten so much from every time, and as it was changing. I got different things at the beginning, and then I started getting others through time. And
Mm,
now it has evolved into expanding into, being able to do it through Zoom. The ability to meet women from other places and have a similar experience online where you get to really share intimate things with women that you don't know in person. That is beautiful because this expands that feeling of self-love, that energy of understanding that we have to nurture ourselves. We need to take care of ourselves in places where you cannot reach in person. And as I am here in Texas, right? And I'm not there with you
right. I'm in
personally
Florida.
in in Florida. Yeah, maybe I'll go to one of these days. I'll take a
Please
trip and
come
then we
come to
can
one of
meet.
our in-person gatherings. Make a trip. I always tell Kathleen
That would be
to come
awesome.
down. Anybody who's not in Florida, you're always welcome to come. Make a weekend of it and come. Make a trip and come meet
And
us
I
in
get
person
to
and
meet
hug us.
I get to meet all the sisters that I've known for a long time also, or for a short time, because there were people joining through time that I got to meet also. So
Yeah.
it's beautiful. It is beautiful for me. And people that I met even in other places that joined, and then I would meet them here and I go like, "Yay, you're here."
Right, right. Like
So
you met them in other communities or in WPN, and
yeah.
we met, and a lot of the WPN sisters in the beginning we started together. Like,
Mhm.
Anna Atibet and Sharonada and Vismaya was in some of these other women that we know, Leoloni, in other
A
communities
lot of them.
are here. Yeah, it's pretty amazing, right?
Yes.
I love
It
that.
and it's exciting, and you get to know them not only in the business events, right? You get to know them here at a more personal level, like, yeah, from a heart connecting. And for me, I will tell you, because I love connecting to people, this has been such a great place to connect, to
Mm,
really connect, to get to know the women in the group at a more personal level, get
yeah,
to know them, to feel their energy, sometimes they come with something they're dealing with, or I would be the one that. The other day I joined one of your calls. I was having a tough day.
yeah,
And it was so nice to be there, to be supported, to receive the beams,
yes,
and then give them to
exactly.
the other women. And at the end of a call, I went to bed and I was happy and relaxed, and it helped
Mm,
me a lot.
I love that.
So yeah, it
Uh,
is valuable, very valuable for me. Yeah.
So sometimes we don't even know what we need, and then we just show up, and then we receive. Maybe it's we need healing. Maybe we just need some connection. Maybe we're needing some love. Maybe we're needing some positive energy, right? Or some peace. We don't know until we get there, and then we discover what it is that we needed, and we leave feeling filled up in some way, right? Everybody always leaves with something that they didn't even know they needed. I love that you shared that. Why do you think that
Oh, yeah.
connection is so important? Why do we as women need connection?
I think everyone needs, but we're more aware of that. I work from home. I'm normally alone here unless my son is around. But still, he's my son, he's doing his stuff. I'm working here. I call it my cave.
Right. Yeah.
I'm in my cave. But when I have the opportunity to go out and connect to people that I know are positive people, and that's important. You need to connect to the right people.
Yes.
So connecting to the people in the group, either personally or online, you get to feel that connection. For me, that is essential. That feeds my soul, it feeds
Mm,
my creativity, it lets me express um, love and receive love. Um, so when I get back to being in my cave by myself, I can be a better mother. I can be a better, professional. So I can be more creative. I'm happy. I'm more stable. I nurture myself through that. Connection for me is essential. It
yeah.
is essential.
That's so
I
powerful.
cannot live without connection.
I agree.
Last year, in contrast to this, last year I had to be disconnected from people because I was sick and things like that. And it was so hard. I could feel such a big difference.
Right.
So I value connection like one of the big things, top of my list,
Yes.
because it's essential in my life. And I think we all need that. Yeah,
Beautiful. So
we
I'm
all need
curious
that.
for those that are watching, how many of you agree with what Sabrina is saying? Oops, I'm looking at the comments here. How many of you love the connection? I want to see whoever's watching live, you love the connection. I think we all do, right? It feeds, like you said, it feeds your soul, it feeds your heart. We as humans, we need connection, whether it's, of course, ideally, we'd love to be face to face in person. If we're not able to do that, the next best thing is to be able to be in a Zoom room together, to hear each other's voice, to feel each other's energy, to be able to share from the heart. And knowing that you're in a safe, loving space with no judgment, where you can bring whatever you're bringing, and just know that we're going to be there to support you. It doesn't mean that you're there to bring us all down. We're there to lift you up when you're down. And then when you're up, we're there to celebrate you, you know? So it's like we have our up days and our down days, and myself included. And when I'm feeling down, the sisters are there to lift me up, right? And when I see a sister who's down, I'm there to lift her up. And that's what we do for each other. And I agree with what you said as far as, you know, especially if you work from home, you can feel isolated. Anybody who's watching right now ever feel isolated when you're busy in your little cave? I call it my little cocoon, you know, especially since the pandemic, a lot of us work from home now, and we definitely feel more isolated. So having a place where we can gather together, even if it is online, you know, or in person, knowing that we're going to receive that what's that word I'm looking for? Like that filling up of the heart, you know, that juicy, joyful, loving feeling. It literally fills up that love in the cup. And then when we have a full cup, we can give from the overflow rather than giving from an empty, drained, depleted cup. You know, because we definitely have a lot to give, don't we? As women, we're constantly giving to our kids, to our families, to our career, to our friends, to everybody around us. And so I love how the sisters show up for each other. And one thing I love about the sisterhood is the longer you're in the sisterhood, the more you really get to know the amazing women. There's so many incredible women here. We're from all different walks of life, different ages. Most of us are in midlife, I'd say, or, you know, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, and beyond. We have women from all those ages and different walks of life. And yet the one thing that brings us together is we all have a big heart. Every single woman here has a huge heart. We are heart-centered, giving, loving, nurturing beings, right? And I'm just looking at what the women are saying here. Bessie says, love the connection. It's priceless. Wendy says, I absolutely love the connection. Kelly Shear says, connection is like a warm hug. Yes, 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 Kelly. I can't wait to give you a big hug, Kelly. We are having, by the way, for those that are watching, this Saturday, February 24th, we're having our annual self-love day. It's our 8th annual self-love day. It's the first time we're doing self-love day at the park. Oop, my connection is wonky. Can you hear me? Okay. We're doing it at the park. And if you're in South Florida, we would love for you to join. And we'll give you a hug. And you don't have to know anyone. You come in and you are instant family. We will welcome you with open, loving arms. And Sabrina's been through a lot of events with us where she used to come and volunteer with Sue, right? Or Sherry. I think Sherry and you and Sue. Yeah. So you know how it feels good to just show up and be able to give and receive. That's what we do here. We give and receive. And we don't have to do much. We just show up, and that's giving. Your presence is giving. Just by showing up, you're giving. You're giving your loving energy, right? What do you want to add to that, Sabrina?
I would say that I've had the opportunity to see women come to the group new,
Mm,
and they come so um self-aware of wherever they do, or it's like a question mark. Am I in the right place? Should I do this? Should I not say? Should I not do?
right,
It's
right.
so good. And then you come to another event later and you see the same woman just like shining, right? And it is beautiful.
Like,
Feeling
let your hair
feeling happy
down.
and having fun. Exactly. And
Right?
that
Like,
has been beautiful. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I
It's
really enjoy
it's
that.
I love it. Let your hair down. Um, yeah, you know, that's one thing I love about the women here. Like, everyone in our sisterhood is truly genuine, authentic, and real. There's no fakeness, there's no cattiness. It's just very, you can trust that it's real. The women actually care, you know, and that's very comforting to witness that, to witness that whether you're new or you've been with us for months or years, it doesn't matter. We have women that have been with us for a few months. We have women that have been with us for a year, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and beyond. We've got lifetime members. You're all just as important, and it doesn't matter how long you've been part of the sisterhood, because once you're in the sisterhood, you're family. As long as you show up, you got to show up. If you don't show up, it's hard to feel like family, right? Yeah. So Wendy said, Sabrina, you have touched my heart and soul tonight. Ah,
That's so
love, see,
nice.
it's what I'm talking about, right? I have goosebumps. I just love that. And there's Sue, and Jenna says, I agree. And Sue
Aw.
says, live better, live better late than not at all. Yes, yes, yes. All right. So what do y'all want to say to Sabrina? Let's give her some big shout outs and celebrations. Those of you who know Sabrina or not, what do you want to say to this magnificent woman here? I want to show her some love right now in the chat. If you're watching live or replay, she's receiving it. She's receiving it. Yeah. Anything else you want to say to a woman that's watching that maybe has no idea what is I Am Complete
Okay,
Woman
I'll check them
Sisterhood?
afterwards.
What's that? Oh, you're frozen again, or am I frozen? You hear me?
Oh, I'll check that. I'll check the comments later. But
She's gonna look
yeah,
in the comments
I
later.
would
Yeah.
say that um, I would say that for me, it's a place to to keep on practicing my
Mm,
authenticity of being with other women that show me that about myself too, because you were talking about that and I just thought about it. We call other, we bring people that are at that same level. We want to be authentic because that feels good.
mm,
We don't want to keep on going through life having to be something we're not.
love.
Authenticity is a self-loving practice. Being
Wow.
able to be there, just who we are, to share who we are. Sometimes we're not at the best place. Sometimes we're at the really amazing place. But wherever we are in that range, right? We can be authentic. And the more authentic we are, the better it gets, because we get to receive also back authentic love.
Mm,
We get to mirror that. We get to um, support each other when we're going through those different levels of beingness. And to be in a group where all of us are that to each other, being authentic and receiving authenticity, is very powerful, I think.
mm.
It's very powerful and
Yeah,
healing.
I love it.
So I'm very thankful for that. And I think every woman that joins gets that. Yeah.
Mm, I just love it. I want to read you some of the comments you're getting here. Betsy says, thank you, Sabrina, for this heartfelt testimonial. Um, Kelly says, Sabrina, you are radiating inside and out. Beautiful smile, sister. We miss you locally. Shalene says, you are an inspiration. Jenna says, I love you, Sabrina Fajardo. Wendy says, sending you so much love. Sue says, she's one creative and talented super girl. Oh my gosh. And Jenna says, you're a rock star. I just love it. You guys are awesome. Very, very
I
cool.
love you all. I love you all.
Do you see what I'm talking about? Like,
I
it's real, it's genuine, it's supportive. And that's what I love about it. And what you said about authenticity being an act of self-love, like being yourself is self-loving. Allowing yourself the permission to show up your real, genuine, authentic self without having to be fake, where you can just show your heart and who you are. And then whoever doesn't love you, well, then they're not meant to be in your world, right? Like that's just how we are here. And in this space, in I Am Complete Woman Sisterhood, we teach women to take the judgment hat off and open your heart and show love and show compassion, because we're all different, you know? And when we're looking
yes.
for flaws, it's because we all have flaws, right? And a lot of times we may look for flaws in other people, and it's really, we're looking at ourselves. It's kind of like they're showing us the mirror there too, right? So authenticity is self-love. I mean, I just love what you said there. I thought that was really powerful. And yes, this is the place to let your hair down, to be yourself, to show up as who you really are, and to know that it's okay to have your up days and to have your down days, and to know that we're going to be there to support you no matter what, right?
Yes.
And Kelly says,
For
amen.
me, for me, that has been an important thing to learn to practice myself. And as an artist, uh, I think it's even more important because self-expression as an artist is extremely important. And if I hold back as when I'm creating art, whether it's this or whether it's dancing or singing or something like that, that ability to express yourself without holding back
Mm,
and judging is extremely important because it's a healing process. And
mm,
I've learned that the hard way. I've learned that the hard way because I would hold back with judgment towards myself. I shouldn't say this, I shouldn't do that, I shouldn't dance this way. You
mm,
know, even if I was very expressive compared to other people, but I would still judge myself.
yeah.
And I have found that just that ability to express myself, self-expression for me is extremely important, but
Mm,
more when it's tied with that authenticity,
I
because
love.
it becomes amazing, you know? It's very self-healing, and it just inspires other people to be the same. So if I'm not doing it for me, I'm doing it also for women around so that they can let go of holding back who they are. I mean, when we've gone out dancing or something, and I see people just being so scared of that movement, my authenticity can inspire them to also let go and
Mm,
be that because we need this. We need to be self-expressive.
oh,
And art definitely in all the different ways is a very powerful tool. Yeah.
you're amazing. I just want to beam you with love right now. Let's all just like send some love and
Thank you.
positive. You're just so
You.
freaking awesome. Seriously. Uh, Wow. I'm just like, the self-expression, and it's so powerful what you just shared. How many of you are resonating with what Sabrina is saying right now? Let us know in the chat if you're watching live. How does that land for you? One of our is what's interesting what you said. So in our Nurture Your Petals program, we have a Nurture Your Petals self-love circle program where we teach you how to live a healthier, happier life. And we have these different modules, and the modules are what we call the petals, right? And two of those petals are self-expression. That's one of them. And one is self-empowerment. And self-expression, what we teach in self-expression in our Nurture Your Petals program is about voice, vulnerability, and visibility. Not being afraid to share your voice and speak your truth and who you really are, not being afraid to show up and be who you are. Like you said, dance, let you express yourself, be wild and free, like not holding back because you're afraid you're going to be judged, right? And vulnerability, like being your real self and not holding back. And then you take it a step further, with the self-expression of art. I mean, Sabrina is the most magical, talented artist, and your expression, I just love everything you create. Is so beautiful. You really have a gift, and I'm grateful that you get to share that gift with our community and into our brand and who we are, like you're with your self-expression. It's powerful. And self-empowerment is about, like stepping into your womanhood and, not holding yourself back, getting out of your comfort zone. Like some of you say, I'm afraid to get on video, for example. I don't want to be seen. I don't want to be heard. I want to hide in the corner over there. That used to be me. And self-empowerment and self-expression is breaking through that and strengthening that muscle and saying, you know what? I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to show up, because when I show up on camera, it's going to help me grow. It's going to give me confidence.
Yes.
It's going to make me a better person, a better speaker, a better communicator, right? And so a lot of times we're afraid, we hold ourselves back. I used to do the same thing. You remember how scared I used to be on camera? Now I've done hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of lives and videos in 10, 12 years, whatever, but it wasn't always that way. And look at you. I mean,
I knew you before that. I knew you before that. And
you knew
I'll
me
tell you
before.
something, for me being in front of a camera and speaking
Yeah.
has been a journey to I would freak out to talk in public, in front of people. Much more if it was a camera. I was trying to learn to do business through videos. I would just freeze. Nothing would come out of my mouth. Other things that would happen were I would just talk nonsense. And it happens still sometimes. If I'm not connected, it happens at times and it's kind of funny and I notice the difference.
Yeah.
I think it's just that connection that we let flow through us. Like we can receive messages and we let them flow. And I don't have defined throat. My chakra is not defined. So for me, expression through my voice has not been the easiest thing.
Yeah.
But I think that as I move forward and I practice things in a group like this one,
Mm.
where I can be myself, where I can say things that are important to me and not be afraid of a judgment, I can go out there and share them in public too for other people,
Mm. Powerful.
where I can be more empowered. And, and I have to see that value.
Mm.
So those are things that are essential. And this is a place where you can do that. You can do that, definitely.
Love it. Gosh, everything you share tonight is just like such a gem. It's so powerful. Jenna's like, heck yeah, Alita's there. Bravo. I love it. I love it. Sue says your illustrations in Dora's latest Rupert book, sweet, precious, colorful, and fun. That book is on the way to little ones in my family in Israel. Oh, I love that, Sue.
That's awesome.
Jenna says, your programs have helped many of us. We learn about ourselves every day. I love it. Kelly says, don't dim your light for others. Stand in your light and shine bright. Yes, yes, yes. Wendy says, I love what Sabrina is saying. Yes, this is awesome. I'm just loving this. What you said there, like when we come to circle, some of us may feel timid or embarrassed or shy, or I don't really like to speak. And then when we're in circle, we get an opportunity to speak. Sometimes we go in breakout rooms and we're on Zoom and we get to speak with one sister or two and in an intimate setting. And that is also encouraging. Sometimes it's in a larger group setting, whether it's in person or online. And the more we show up and do that, the more comfortable we get in our own skin, that we can just be ourselves, like you said, and be self-expressed and share our voice and communicate and know that whatever we have to say matters and it's okay. Like it doesn't have to be perfect. We're far from perfect. We're just doing our best and we're all these human beings, and the other thing that I love that you said is about letting things flow. And I love that because the evolution that I've been on in the last 7 years, I'd say, since I really went deep into my spiritual journey and started working on healing my inner child and started facilitating women's circles, is tapping into that feminine energy more. And feminine energy is all about flow. And a lot of us live in our head a lot, which is the masculine energy, right? We're wanting to do it everything just right and structured and, you know, and then it's that feminine energy is just like when we
I
tap
do
into
live
this, it's just let it flow. Uh-oh. Are you there?
Hi, Sherry.
Are you there?
Nice to see you again.
I don't see you.
Hello?
Are you there? Uh-oh. What happened? We lost. Do you see me?
I am here.
I don't see me now. Wait a minute. Do you see me?
I can see you.
You see me. Oh, this is crazy. I told you my internet was acting crazy. I don't know what happened. All right. We're going to wrap it up. Can y'all see me? Give me a heart or a thumbs up. I'm frozen. Let me know if you can see me and hear me, everyone who's watching right
Yes,
now.
I can see you, but you are frozen.
I'm frozen. Well, that's not good. All right. Well, we're going to wrap it up. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Ah.
I can hear you.
Oh,
I
I
can
don't
hear
know
you.
what's happening. Okay. You see me and hear me? This is wonky.
Yes, I do.
I don't know. It's showing frozen. So we're just going to wrap it up because I don't know. It's definitely I don't know. So I want to say thank you to Sabrina. I hope you all hear me. Let me know if you hear me. Yeah, I think it's working now. Thank you so
Oh,
much, Sabrina, for being here live. Thank you all for being here live who are watching. And thank you for your patience. The internet sometimes does this crazy stuff that is beyond our control. So we appreciate your patience. We appreciate your love and support for our sister Sabrina. And Sabrina, thank you for being in my life. Thank you for being in the sisterhood. And I look forward to continuing to growing together over the years. You're amazing.
you're frozen.
Can y'all hear
Get
me? Am I still there? All right. I'm gonna
frozen
say,
and you come back. Well,
I don't know what's happening. Did you
can
hear
you?
anything I just said?
Yeah.
All right. So thank you again for being with us, Sabrina.
Yes. Yes,
So
I did.
grateful for you. Thank you all for watching live. Thank you for your patience on this internet craziness. And we look forward to having you join us more often, I hope, on the online circles and continuing to grow together and transform our lives and working together on our brand as we do over the years. And for those who want to know more about the sisterhood, reach out to me, message me on the I Am Complete Woman page, follow us. We go live every Tuesday for Transformation Tuesday. Hopefully that should work fine tomorrow night. So we'll see you there at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. And also check out our group, I Am Complete Women's Community Group, where we come together to support each other, encourage each other, and lift each other up with love. All right. If you want to know more about the sisterhood or membership, we are having a special for the month of love for a very limited time. So if you want to find out about how do I become a member, what's the special, reach out to me and we'll get you all the details. All right. Much love, everyone. Mwah.